Welcome to Why Voices. You know what the crazy part is? You're one decision away from changing your whole financial future. I got a doozy for you guys today. I've been breaking down companies again, guys. And guess what I'm breaking down today? I found a little known company that I think is going to be big in the future. And you guys can get it for a steal now because we in a war. And I just want to break it down to you guys because you can get it cheap. I've been with the company for about almost 2 years now, and it has dropped tremendously. But just because it's dropped, don't mean that it's not gonna make money because it's gonna make a whole lot of money. I'm talking about none other than the company USAR. Yes, USA Rare Earth. It's building something America hasn't had in decades. A fully domestic supply chain for rare earth magnets. Yes, the same magnets that's used in EVs, drones, fighter jets, robots, and wind turbines, smartphones, and AI hardware. Yeah, all of those devices have to have magnets. Okay? And guess what? The United States is beginning to make their own magnets. Yeah, for years we depended on everybody else. But now we got a company right here in the United States that started producing. They recently launched a commercial scale magnet manufacturing facilities, and you won't believe where it's at. It's in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Yeah, yeah. They're producing 600 metric tons per year. They'll be producing 600 metric tons this year in 2026. Okay, and it's projected by 2027 that they'll double. They'll be producing 1,200 metric tons per year. Yeah, right here in Oklahoma. This is a national security industry. China currently dominates in this area. Rare earth magnets production. China dominates, okay? And USAR is one of the few American companies trying to change all of that. Yeah, the United States has got to get back to producing. We've been sourcing everything out for years, and this company is leading the way. Yeah, and producing these magnets that's going to be going into all the smart devices of the future. And I always tell my young adults, whenever you're picking out a company, small or big, to invest in, we always want to look at the balance sheet. Uh, the revenue is exploding from 1.64 million. It exploded this year from last year, 2025 rather, from 1.64 million to 53.5 million. Tremendous growth in 1 year. Yeah, and over the next 2 years, by 2027, it's projected to go to 285 million. That's their forecast. Hardcore cash, and you guys getting in this company. at the beginning of its life cycle. It's just now getting started. And this is a company, yeah, you guys can really start buying it up. I mean, you can get shares cheap. I'm going to show you how cheap in just a little bit when we get into the charts a little bit later on in the presentation. But you can get this because I'm taking you guys back to the Biden-Harris administration. I'm going to show you an all-time high, and then I'm going to show you what happened under the Trump administration and how that stock dropped all the way down. And you guys know we always buy low and we sell high. But I'm buying this one, and I'm going to keep buying it for the next couple years. And I'm just going to let this bad boy run for the next 5 years. Yeah, because we're in super early on this one, guys. This particular company, market cap sits around 3.64 billion. Okay, this is a build now type of company, but profit later company. It's similar to Tesla, Nvidia, and Palantir in their early days of development. Yeah, they don't have a dividends, okay? They got a 0% dividends, but that's okay. But let's look at their debt. Their debt load is fully detailed and but analysts clarify that the company has high growth. I like that. High investors investing in it, meaning their debt is used to build out manufacturing capacities. Yeah, that's what their debt is all about. They're spending money right now building out manufacturing uh, infrastructure so stuff can be built here in America. Okay? Debt is not considered excessive related to the growth expectation. Okay? Insider ownership is extremely high. Meaning the people that's running this company, yeah, they're putting their own dollars in this. Yeah, 46.6% of the insiders of this company is putting their own money in this. This is meaning that leadership of this particular company is betting on themselves. And I like it when I see a young company like this, yeah, putting their own cash into their company, buying it heavily. Yeah. This usually tells the outside investor like me and you is signaling to us that they got a whole lot of confidence if they put their cash in their own company. I love it. So what does this company look like in the future? I'm talking about ticker symbol USAR, the rare earth or the rare mineral company. What does it look like in the future? Well, average price target is $33. That would bring it up to 96%. That would be an upgrade. It's even lower than that now. You guys can get it cheap, okay? Some analysts see it at about $35 to $45. I saw it earlier. I'm going to show you guys on the chart around that price, okay? But when it was up at that price, around $40, $43 or what I saw, that was a 207% gain. Yeah, that was before the Trump administration took over. Okay, revenue is projected to grow 3,155% soon as we get out of this situation that we in, because we are in war, and you can get this bad boy cheap right now. You know, the company is positioning at the intersection of Check this out. The EV boom, okay? The AI hardware that's gonna be on demand. Defense, monetization is gonna be happening with them. National security is gonna be happening with this company. This is the kind of micro tailwind that can create generational winners. Yeah, you guys can get these. You can get shares of this real cheap right now. And this is one that you just quietly buy. You know, you get 10, I told you guys, fractional shares, you get 10, $20. Shoot, you got a couple shares. Hey, buy as much as you can. This is not financial advice, but yeah, I just every time I dip over there a little bit, I buy me a little bit of this and I'm keep on buying it. You know, we got a window over the next couple of years to get this into portfolios, guys. You know what I'm saying? Not financial advice, but you guys keep it in mind and keep an eye on this particular company. That's ticker symbol USAR, okay? Keep an eye on this company. And you know, I always like to give you guys the bears perspective, and I always like to give you guys the bulls perspective. And the bears say, the stock is volatile and it has fallen from a $43 high to the mid-teens. Hmm. Yeah, it has fallen. I remember what it was under the last administration, how it was shooting to the moon. And you guys already know what's been going on, so I ain't got to tell you that. No wonder it's falling. Okay? Yeah, it's down in the mid. We're going to look at the charts in a little bit. I like that, what the bearer says. Revenue is still small today compared to the future projection. Yeah. Profitability is years away. That's why I say we can gobble it up right now, you know, little by little. And you guys going to be sitting good in a couple years. Okay, competition from China is fierce. We already know that because China is the number one company when it comes to magnets and cell phones and innovation. You know, we just started to build it back over here in America. So this is why I love this company. This is an American company. We're bringing the industry back over here, not only for the smartphones, but for the robots, EVs, and a lot of other stuff. This is why I like this company. Okay. And the bears say that the execution risk is high. Uh, Building a rare earth supply chain is extremely complex. It is extremely complex to build this type of company, but I'm betting on the American people. Okay, you'd be crazy not to bet on the American people. Look at our innovation. Look at our military. I think we're using our military in the wrong way, but I just look at the innovation that's going on here in America. Okay. Now, what does the Bulls say about all this? Well, the Bulls say that USAR just hit a major production milestone and is now accepting magnet orders. Oh yeah, they started to accept orders coming in from all over the world now. Analysts are overwhelmingly rate this particular company as a buy or strong buy. This is what the top analysts of the world is saying, that this is a strong buy. Insider buying is strong. Yeah. You know, a lot of the insiders, the insider traders, they know a lot before it even comes to us, but insider trading is strong. Leadership is putting millions of their own dollars in it. I like that when I see leaderships in the company putting their own dollars in their company. They tell me, that's telling me that they know something. Okay, I like that. The U.S. government wants domestic rare earth production for national security. Oh yeah, they need these magnets for our national security. Yeah, our AI infrastructure, our data centers that's coming online. This company is one, it's a steal. I'm not telling y'all what to buy. I'm just giving y'all information that you guys can think about when investing. Because you guys, some of you guys haven't downloaded the Stash app. You haven't downloaded the Robinhood app. You haven't downloaded the Fidelity app, the Acorn app, the Webull app that I've been trying to get you guys to download. Y'all need to download those apps, hook it up to your bank, and start buying fractional shares of this company. It's going to pay off in the long run. That's just my opinion. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do be looking at the charts and I be bringing you guys information that you guys can just think about. Okay. The Bulls see USAR as reassuring play, the kind of company that becomes essential to the American industry in the future. So to all of my young adults, I want to let you guys know that you guys need to be paying attention to USAR. This is the type of company that young investors often overlook, but shouldn't overlook. You know why? Because it's early. This company is in the early stages. It's the early stage of industry tech company. But it can deliver long time, massive, long time wealth. Its mission is critical. Rare earth magnets power the future of EVs, AI, defense, robots. Yeah, American made. Yeah. It's a patriotic that you're backing the American ability to complete a global powerhouse in the future. Electrification company plus AI plus defense. And all that equals decades of demand in the future. So I want to say to all my young investors out there, get this on the dip, buy it on the dip. And it is really, really on the dip right now. You guys remember what the great Warren Buffett taught us. We're going to get into the charts just a little bit. I want to show you guys something. And then we're going to talk about maybe on the end of this one. We're going to talk about, we're going to look at the fear and greed index at the end of this video. But let's look at the charts real quick. I always take you guys about a year ago. I think the Trump administration has been in some 13, 14 months or whatever. And this was when the Biden-Harrison administration was leaving office and the Trump administration was coming in. And I say this is a steal because back then you could get it I saw it at an all-time high of 43.98. That's where I saw it a year ago. I remember that. But also, I think it went a little higher. It was actually about $45. But at this clip right here, 1 year ago, we see it at 43.98. But look what happened. It started to crash down right here. See that? Yeah, the bulls came in. The bears came in. And they start pushing that company down just like that. Because it was a small company. You know what I mean? They start pushing it down, start selling off. You know what I mean? And then we're going to go back year to date. We saw it up here. That was just year to date was, I saw it at a high of $33.08. Still, that's lower than before. Yeah, they kept pushing it down. Like I said, The bears came in and they keep pushing this company down. All right. The company ain't selling out. The big boys start taking money out of the company and it started going down. You know, they got billions of dollars to play around with. They started taking it out. Okay. That was a year ago. Let's go back 6 months ago. 6 months ago, back here, I see an all-time high of $44.33. Okay. That's a little higher, you know. You know, it did run back up to an all-time high under the Trump administration, but it didn't stay there that long because now they're fully in control. And I want you guys to look at the trajectory down 6 months ago. It fell all the way down to a low of $11.45. That's so low, I got to put a pin there for you guys to see. That was just 6 months ago. We saw all-time low of $11.45. Okay? And then the little company started to run back up. Okay? And it came back down, dipped back down to, was that 11.52, a little bit higher than the all-time low, but then it tried to run again. See that? And it ran all the way up to $38.85. I'm not making it up. I'm showing it to you guys on the chart. And then it started to fall. Yeah, we're just looking 6 months. Let's look back 3 months ago. We saw that the high of $40.34 6 months ago. But look at the trajectory and the downturn that it makes. It just kept going down, kept going down, kept going down. All right, let's look at 1 month ago. Yeah, this was last month, you guys. It was way up here at the beginning of the month, and boom, the war happened. And look at what happened 1 month ago. I'm not making it up. I'm showing it to you guys in black and white. Look at this trajectory down, how it fell, and it fell, and it fell, and it fell. It tried to go back up a little bit, and it just continued to fall. It just continues to fall over here. Y'all see that? That was just a month ago. Let's bring it up to today where I can show you guys how we're going to get this money. We're going to get this money because here we are today, April 9th, and let's look at it. As of today, it ran all the way up to $16.94, but we still in more. And look at it, it crashed all the way back down to $16.06. I tell you guys, this is a buying opportunity for the future, okay? We need to learn how to buy low and sell high. We saw it up there around $45, but now you guys can buy fractional shares and you guys can get this for $16. Anywhere between $16. It ran from 1606 today all the way up to 1717, and it closed the day out. Let's just open it up. April 9th is today, 2026. It closed off at, what's that right there? That's where it closed. $16.75. Hey guys, this is a steal. This is a steal. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm just giving y'all an insight on how we get these companies cheap. Because you guys saw it up at 45, you can get it at 16. It might even, since we're in war, you might even be able to get it cheaper than that. Okay? When we come out of this war and America get back on track, when we get a new administration in, the people that saw this early, the people that fraction shared and bought as much as they could, is going to make a whole lot of money because I think it's going to run to $100 the next time around we see it. Might even run higher than that because rare earth, magnets, rare minerals, things that we need in our smartphones, our computers, our drones, our military, you got to have it. And we're making it now right here in the USA. Yeah. We got to get off of sending all our companies overseas, okay? Right now we're in after hours. And, if you like this type of video, like I say, subscribe. Share it out to your friends. Don't be holding back on your friends. Share it out to them, and tell them to share it and like it. I want you guys to share it to all the young adults that you guys can share it to. Share it to them, you know what I mean? And tell them, download a Stash app on their phone. Download a Robin app on their phone. A Fidelity app, a Acorn app, a Weeble app. Get those apps on their phone. You only need one. Hook it up to your bank, and you guys start buying fractional shares. Dig through the catalog that I'm making for you guys and buy fractional shares. I'm giving you guys a lot to choose for, but I'm just dealing. Now, this is the first small company that I put out. I usually deal with the billion-dollar companies. You know what I mean? But this is a special type of company. This is why I had to do this video for you guys. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys soon.